Okay, good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Today we will do some work on the workbooks, okay? So, okay students, these are the learning outcomes for today. Today we are going to do the measure words and the work which we'll do from the student book, that is page number 153, and workbook is page number 139 and 140, okay? So, all of you are supposed to come on to page number 153 of your student book. Page number 153 of your student book. Okay, so on page number 153, write on classwork day and date, please. Write down classwork day and date. Page number 153. It's written at the bottom of this slide as well. You can see the page number. Okay, 153. Okay, class. So these are the measure words which we'll do today, okay? So as you all know that we use these measure words for some uncountable nouns or for some countable nouns as well, okay? Use measure words to count non-count nouns such as bread and jam, and also use them to count larger number of count nouns such as apples and pencils, okay? So they have given you some examples too. When something is not countable or countable, so we relate those things with some measure words, okay? So these measure words will identify those things which we talk about. So as you see over here, a loaf of bread, a jar of strawberry jam. So you see over here a loaf of bread. Loaf means a quantity of bread that is being sliced before being eaten, and a jar of strawberry jam, because you can't say a loaf of strawberry jam or a bag of strawberry jam. Of course, we say a jar of strawberry jam, because we usually, when we go to the market, we always buy jam in the form of jars or in the form of bottles. So we say a jar of. So these are some of the measure words which we'll be using, and we basically use in our daily lives too. So fill a pot with a bag of soil, moisten the soil with a cup of water. I bought a box of seeds and a kilogram of apples. So you see over here, for the word soil, we use a bag of soil. With the water, we use a cup of water, a glass of water, okay, a jar of water. So we can use these words for water. A box of seeds, a pack of seeds, right? Kilogram of apples. Apples are always measured in kilograms. If you ever go to the market and you ever get a chance to see how the person who is selling apples, how is he measuring it, that is always measured in the form of kilograms. If we look at the bananas, bananas are always measured in the form of dozens, dozen of bananas. How much in one dozen? One dozen means how much in, like how much is of 12, right? So these are some of the measure words which we use for the specific amount of countable and non-countable nouns, okay? So here's a question for you girls. Circle the correct measure words for each food item on the shopping list. So you see over here you've been given three. A jar of jam or a bag of jam. As you all know this. It's, yes, Arich?
A jar of jam.
Yes, thank you. It's a jar of jam. Okay, we usually use for the jam, we always use a jar of jam. So circle a jar of jam, please. Okay. Number two is a bottle of potatoes or a bag of potatoes. So, yes, Huria, a bottle of potatoes or a bag of potatoes.
A bag of potatoes.
Yes, a bag of potatoes. So please circle a bag of potatoes. Okay, number three is a box of candy or a loaf of candy. Loaf we usually use for the bread, like a slice of bread means a quantity of bread that is being baked in the form of one whole piece and that is being sliced before being eaten. So we will use for the candy a box of candy, okay? So circle a box of candy, all of you. Okay, girls, come to the next page. That is page number. This is page number 139 of your workbook. Page number 139 of your workbook. So first of all, write down classwork day and date at the top of the page. That is 20th January 2021. Okay. Write down classwork and day is Wednesday. This is page number 139 of your workbook. I'm sorry, page number 139 of your workbook, okay? This is page number 139 of your workbook. So write on classwork day and date, right? Okay, girls, as you see on this page, first of all, let's see how have they used these ones. I bought a box of raisins and a kilogram of apples. We don't need a full bag of soil for this paint, for this plant. How many bottles of water do we need? We need 2 bottles of water. So there are different measure words like box, bag, bottles. These are different measure words which they used. Please don't make annotations. This is very bad, girls. Very bad. Okay. So you have to do the B part now. So B part is look, read, and check. Okay. You have to look at the picture and then you have to tick mark the correct one. Okay. So I bought a dash of oranges. Who will tell me? I bought a dash of oranges. Box of oranges, kilogram of oranges, or bag of oranges? Just look at the picture, all of you, and then tell me. By looking at the picture. Yes, Manahil?
Ma'am, I bought a kilogram of oranges.
Yes, very good. Just mute yourself. So by looking at the picture, it's of 1 kg. So I bought a kilogram of oranges. So tick mark kilogram, okay? How many dash of raisins do we need? So look at the picture and then tell. Boxes, jars, or bottles? Look at the picture and tell. Yes, Harim. Wait. Yes.
How many? Ma'am, a box of
Yes.
rices do we need?
Yes, thank you. Boxes. Just mute yourself, please, Harim. Okay, number 3. I can't drink a full dash of milk. So, what is in the picture? Jar of milk, kilogram of milk, or bottle of milk? Yes, Mariam Fatima.
Ma'am, what are the options?
You can't see the book, Beta? You don't have the book with you?
I have it.
So, look at number 3. Jar of
2 minutes.
milk, kilogram of milk, or bottle of milk?
Bottle of milk.
Yes, very good. Bottle of milk. Just mute yourself, please. I have a dash of bread. Loaf, kilogram, or jar? Yes, Heba?
Ma'am, a loaf of bread.
Thank you. A loaf of bread. Okay. Number 5 is get a dash of jam from the refrigerator. Yes, Haika?
Jar.
Yes. There is a dash of peanuts on the table. Kilogram, bag, or bottle? Yes, Soleha?
A bag of peanuts.
Yes, a bag of peanuts. Okay, girls, come on to the next page now. This is the next page. The picture is not as much clear, but look at your books, all of you. That is page number 140 of your workbook. Write down classwork day and date at the top of the page, please. All of you. Okay, write on all of you a bag of apples. Number two is a jar of jam. It's very simple. Number three is a loaf of bread. And number four is a bottle of water. Okay. So D part is you have to complete the shopping list with the words in the box. So you have been given some of the items like shopping items, and you have to use the correct Maya words for these items. Okay. So number one is a dash of potatoes. Yes, who will tell me? Yes, Nurulan. Nurulan, what will come in number one? A dash of potatoes.
A kilogram of potatoes.
Oh yes, a kilogram of potatoes. Write on all of you. A kilogram of potatoes. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, number two is a dash of bread. Yes, Iram Chaudhary?
Loaf.
Yes, loaf of bread. Okay, so write on all of you loaf of bread. Number three is a dash of jam. Yes, Laiba, a dash of jam.
A jar of jam.
Yes, a jar of jam. Just mute yourself. A jar of jam. Next is I can't see the page. Wait. Okay. A dash of cereal. A dash of cereal. Yes, Aisha?
Mama, bag of cereal.
A bag of cereal or a box of cereal? What do you say? Box of cereal, I guess. Yes?
A box of
Yes. Just
cereal.
mute yourself. A dash of milk. A dash of milk. A bottle of milk. Okay? And the last one is a dash of bananas, a bag of bananas. So this is how different Maya words are being used. We have used these Maya words for different eatable items, okay? So E part is you have to make a new shopping list. And you have been given these words: apples, bread, juice, peanut butter, raisins, and rice. So you have to use different measure words for these ones. Let's talk about apples first. So which measure word you will use for apples? It's not necessary that you have to use the same measure word which you used before. You can use a different one as well. Okay, so if I ask you to suggest me a different word for apples, different measure word for apples, so which measure word you would suggest me to use here? Anybody? Yes, Arich?
Maybe a bag of apples.
Yes, a bag of apples is fine too. A kilogram of apples is fine too. A box of apples is fine too. So you can write any one, okay? I would write here a bag of apples. Okay. Next is bread. So for the bread, we usually use a loaf of bread, okay? A piece of bread you can say as well. A piece of bread as well, right? A loaf of bread, a piece of bread, it's fine. Okay, juice. For the juice, a cup of juice, a bottle of juice, a glass of juice. So you can use any measure word, okay? A cup of juice. Okay, peanut butter. So peanut butter usually comes in the jars. So we would say a jar of, or you can say a bottle of peanut butter, right? It's up to you. Raisins. A packet of raisins. We usually buy raisins in the form of packets. So a packet of raisins, a box of raisins, right? A box of raisins. And for the last one, rice. So which measure word you would suggest me for the rice? Anyone? Which measure word you would suggest me for rice? Harim, do you want to say something? Okay, yes.
Ma'am, a kilogram of rice.
Yes, perfect. A kilogram of rice. Okay, write on all of you a kilogram of rice here. Write down here a kilogram of rice. Okay. So this is the work of today, right? So I'm sure you all have done it. I'm giving you 2 more minutes to complete this work, please. Okay, girls, I'm sure you all have done it. So are you clear about this? Measure words. So if you have any question, you can just raise your hand and I will unmute you. Yes, Isa?
Ma'am, it it can only be a bottle of milk, or it can be something else too.
It can be something else too. A carton
Okay.
of milk, a bottle of milk, a glass of milk. It could be anything. Like you need to use the correct measure word. You cannot say a kilogram of milk, but yes, when it's the picture is given to you, that means you have to look at the picture and then you have to use the measure word accordingly the picture. But if there's no picture given to you and you have to use your own mind to see which one you will be using, so that's up to you and that's totally up to your choice that which measure words you want to use for these items. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, anybody else? Is there anybody else who has any question? Is there anybody else who has any question? So that means you're clear about this topic. Huria, do you have?
Ma'am, if there would be a picture of a kilogram of milk, so what do we have to write?
Yeah, and of course you have to use the kilogram, because milk is measured in kilograms as well. When you buy milk on everyday basis, so it's like in kilogram too. So when it's given in kilograms, then of course you have to use the word kilogram. Okay.
And if if bread is kilogram, if juice is kilogram, if peanut butter is kilogram, if raisins are kilogram, and if rice are kilogram, so kilogram.
Yes, kilogram, but bread is not usually used in the form of kilograms. Bread
Yes.
is never used in kilograms. Bread is always used like loaf of bread, pieces of bread, piece of bread, right? So if the picture is given to you as I have told you, so then you have to use the measure words accordingly the picture. Okay. Okay, girls, that's all for today. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next class tomorrow. And on Monday, inshallah, I might give you some test, okay, for the previous lessons, which we have already done. Okay, so inshallah, we'll see that. So till then, take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. Bye bye.